still look wrinkled.
Praise Jesus. Hi.
Can we intro? Thank
Look,
you.
when I'm back here, that joint looks fine.
Remy, you live, baby.
No, we not.
Welcome to Behind the Scenes of SafeWord.
All right,
This
welcome
is
to
what
Behind
really
the Scenes of SafeWord, because Remy can't
How
start.
he really
You want
is.
to start the show, Boo Boo? Would you like to start the show?
This is SafeWord, for you that didn't know. A platform for teaching, learning, and opening the eyes of our audience to the world of kink of BDSM. I am your host, Remy DeBow.
And I am your second host, Aurora Storm.
I am your co-host, Kane Marcos.
And it is your favorite, Miss Sasha Lyncher.
If
Yo,
you
you are live.
watched our last video, we kind of showed you what it looks like to go to a BDSM play party. Yes, we gave you like fashion and the walks and the whole nine. So if you haven't checked that out, you're gonna want to do what, Kane?
Then you'll know why I'm looking like this and doing this.
You're gonna want to do what, Kane?
You're going to want to look at that link. It's going to be in the description below.
And if you're watching this and giggling along with us, you might as well go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button so you can be up to date on all your kinky educational news and content.
Yes. All right. So it's been a minute. So this is SafeWord. If you watch SafeWord, then you know that we have a safe word of the day. We use this safe word to completely stop, pause, and completely put a halt on all topic of conversation. And the safe word crew is going to listen to it today. All right. So, crew, what we'd like to tell them. See, I got to get my head in the way because I got a light shining on my son. Well, what the safe word of the day is. Ready? One.
What is it?
2, 3. Munch.
Munch.
I'm a problem child. Okay.
Always
So
delayed.
safe word of
Whoa.
the day is
Brother
munch,
held back.
right?
I think I was buffering. Y'all just, I was right on time with y'all. I was buffering.
No.
Get off of Internet Explorer. We're all on Chrome.
Yeah.
CP time is not
Get
on
off
I got the
Firefox.
I got the dial-up. Remember the dial-up? AOL.
Right.
Yo,
See
that
the hand signal? We haven't gotten to that part yet. So here, when we use Zoom, we have some audio issues. So in an effort to make sure that everybody is hearing the safe word and is stopping their topic of conversation, we have a signal that we put up here. Safe word. Crew, would we like to show them what that is? Whoosh, whoosh. Hey. So if you are saying the safe word of the day, which is munch, and no one is stopping, no one is pausing, throw that up in the camera. If we still don't see it, fresh, hello, and then make sure you say the safe word of the day, which is munch, so that everybody knows what it is. Mr. Kane, do we have hot topics?
Hot topics.
yeah, we do.
Yes.
Oh, I can't wait till I can take sound bites and just like play that every single time.
Right.
That'd be dope.
Let's get a
Like,
harmony on that, girl.
Keys 1 and 2 will be Sasha Snort and Hot Topic.
For real.
I'm giving you a whole nother finger. I love you.
I'll take that one too.
And just before we start hot topics, real quick, we have a fan that has been rolling with us since the very beginning. Watches every video, every live. So can we go ahead and give a big warm welcome hello to Mr. Roy?
Hey,
What
Roy.
up, Roy?
What up?
And he said that he missed us. He goes, missed you guys, and a bunch of heart faces. So
We missed you too.
We missed you too. All right, Mr.
Yep.
Kane, take us into hot topics.
All right, so I'm sure everybody's heard about it, and we're gonna talk about it because we are SafeWord, and we have to. So
He just knows we're all know-it-alls. Like, you guys already know what's going on.
okay, if I guarantee you've heard this because it's kind of ridiculous. So everybody's heard that there was some lady who had an issue, and now it's become a complaint. That's now become a movement. That's now actually getting acted upon. Where the ride at Disneyland, the Snow White ride.
Oh, yep.
I didn't even hear her. When did the Karen happen?
Yeah, so due to the
Because I didn't, that's not, what in the
That was
Karen
perfect.
happened?
that was perfect.
When did this carrot time happen, sir?
Yes. It
I
happened
joke.
about the beginning of May. Lady took her son, who I guess is old enough, not quite old enough for the birds and the bees, but old enough to understand consent. Like so around the
He's
tender age
saying
of
why.
8.
So let's go. Anyway, he saved it.
So yeah, her son had a question during the Snow White ride, saying, "Mommy, he didn't ask if he could kiss her."
I'm just saying.
So
Okay.
now that's
All right.
become a non-consensual kiss, and now Disney is changing a ride that's been there for like, I don't know, 40, 50, 60 some odd years.
Wait.
Hey,
How-
because the
Can I
child.
ask the Safe Word crew a question real quick?
Yeah.
How do
Yes,
you
please.
guys feel about that? I will get back to the story in just a second because this is something that I honestly have a question about. Like, how do each one of you feel about the fact that they're going, like, because Disney's doing that a lot. If you have Disney Plus, you can see it on there. It says, playing this video depicts racial blah 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 d type of thing. If you watch like Peter Pan or something like that, something from way
It's
back in
got
the day.
that part.
Dumbo.
Yeah, Dumbo. Yeah, Peter Pan. Aladdin has it in it. The description, the disclaimer beforehand.
But
So how do you guys feel about them changing around stuff, removing old like content because it might have had racial connotation in it or consensual issues in it?
I have to find
Like,
a whole F
I
like an
can't.
extra book in my bag for it because I just why? But why?
Right.
I mean,
why?
I kind of agree with it. I mean,
Do you?
But so
delete it, recreate
Delete it?
history.
Okay. Okay.
so what part of it that made this little boy want to kiss whatever was going on? Like I missed
I
that
think-
part.
I think the fact that the little boy understood that you needed consent for that was pretty dope.
Yeah. That's
But
pretty
as far as changing the ride, I don't understand what they would be changing.
So it's like
of the movie.
change your parenting, not like the world around your kids and the world we're in, period. So it's like you can't pull the consent trigger on like there's certain things to have consent for, but that means you're doing a good job if you're actually parenting. The world shouldn't change to modify everyone's changing evolution of how they see the world. That's just my humble opinion.
I mean, the world is.
It's
I mean, everything's forever changing. Look at they talking about unisex bathrooms and stuff like that, or you know what I mean, things of that nature for like transgender thing. Like,
I mean, I was going to the family bathroom when I didn't have a family. Does that make me wrong? Did I would that at first it was moms because they need that. Now it's like, come on, we pissing.
I mean, it's only wrong if you pushed a mom, like a single mother, trying to change her baby out the way because you had to go. I mean, I think that kind of makes you a terrible person.
Just have a one thing. It doesn't have to be, well, if you want to be multi-sex, then you can go here and feel included. And then if you there's bills being passed.
I think we're bringing it back to the ride thing. Wait, does it depict it in the ride, the kiss itself? How so?
Here's my next question. Are they trying to remove the ride or they're trying to change it?
So as far as I can tell, they're trying to alter the storyline as to where it's no longer she's asleep with the poison apple.
Oh Lord. Okay. Well, that's the whole story of Snow White, though.
I understand now.
That's the whole story of Snow White, though.
Yeah.
Sleeping Beauty was the same
kiss is
way.
what wakes her up.
Right.
I mean, she could be mad about it later.
Yeah, I'm single.
You know what I mean?
I'm single.
But hey, I just saved your life. I gave you life with my kiss.
I gave you life.
Like,
why did I have to ask for consent? I gave you life.
I'm all for the change if it happens like Shrek, like where he goes in there and he's just like, wake up.
I can't.
Because that's the only alternative.
They should cut it to the Shrek moment. They should switch that part and make it the Shrek moment.
Right.
Okay, you're boycotting against people who look funny. Like they get swamped, they get banned.
Or they should rewrite that section and be like, hey, can I give you a kiss? And then just look at her and then give her a kiss. And then she wake up. Did you ask me? You know what I mean?
Right.
And then be like, hey, I asked you first.
I did ask. You just weren't consciously aware. Therefore, it's non-consensual. Therefore, it'd still be wrong.
Or like, are they gonna change it so like she eats the apple and is like, what's happening? Whoever can get me out of this, I consent.
I consent, right?
Right.
She'd have to consent with the apple too. That's true.
Well, and here's the
Let
other
me
thing.
just sit with the aliens to go somewhere else. 'Cause
Right?
I sit with this lady. Like
Wait, but I got a
It's like, beam
question.
me up. Fuck this shit.
I wonder if one of the dwarfs or something like kissed, would she have woken up?
Right.
Did they try?
Right. They didn't try. They didn't
You know what I'm
try.
saying? All seven of them, you know,
I'm saying she had a thing with Dopey. I think Dopey could have woken her up.
word up.
I mean, well, is somebody gonna call the cops on like what's the child name with the bears? Goldilocks. They gonna call the police on her because she stole their stuff, came in their house.
She
That's
broke
breaking
into
and
their
entering
house.
anywhere else.
She broke into their house, ate their food. Yo, that's a violation right
And
there.
so hold up, Munch,
So
real quick.
Munch.
Okay, let's go back.
All right,
Munch.
so just real quick, I mean, like, so this chick's mad at Disneyland,
Okay.
right? For portraying this. How pissed off is she gonna be when she finds out that the story of Snow White, along with all of your other favorite Disney classics, were actually adaptations from Grimm's fairy tales, which are just as it sounds, very fucking grim.
Yeah.
And the story of Snow White and Grimm's fairy tales is that she actually had to be raped and then give birth while unconscious in order for the spell to be broken. Becoming a mother is what broke the spell.
Yep. I've read those stories. They're crazy.
Yeah.
They're dark too.
That
They're
was
dark.
my first introduction to any type of like fairy tales and stuff. Was through like R.L. Stein and like Grimm fairy tales and all that stuff.
Yep.
Are You Afraid of the Dark? Like I never was like.
I mean, did she give consensual non-consent though?
No, that wasn't a thing back in the 20s when that was.
She wanted it.
Right?
She knew she wanted it. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Like,
She wanted it.
I'm not trying to sound like a dog. We
Yo,
knew
like,
what we were doing then.
I'm just
Cinderella
saying.
in Grimm's
She'd be
original
saying
fairy
no,
tales.
when it's really yes.
No.
No, that's not it.
We have a comment from Roy, and I'm going to try and read this to the best of my ability. I'm not quite sure I understand it all the way. Okay, so it says, it is really bad over nothing, but if you wanted to, I could give you reasons to cancel Toy Story based off of each toy and what is wrong with them, where it would look bad. That's what he said.
Yeah, like there's so many reasons to change so many things. I get what he's trying to say. There's so many reasons to change so many things. But like,
that G.I. Joe with the Kung
was
Fu
based
grip.
off
I
of
used
one
to
of the
make that
seven deadly
jingle.
sins.
You used to hold the sword. I used to make that jingle like whoop.
well, back in the day with the sword.
It was sort of the strong shit.
Oh yeah. What color? Whatever.
We could go on for this for a minute too, for real.
Especially when the sword broke off and all it had was the black handle.
I mean, well, that was a doozy, sir.
I know, for real. So, okay, so they're trying to change the storyline. It's probably going to happen because they've done rearranged everything on Disney. Disney's got a hold of UFCs. Disney's messing stuff up. But you know,
I mean, this is one person really like complaining about it. Like,
it only takes.
Did they call it Mothers of America?
No, but that's all it takes. It takes one person complaining, and Disney changes everything. It really does.
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
Because they're
person complaining.
It's the happiest place on earth, so you can't have complaints. It's the happiest place on earth.
That's very true.
No,
That's
just
very
kick
true.
her out, and it's still the happiest place on earth.
I know, just kick her out, and so you'll be fine.
It's Karenville, baby.
The wise words of Remy. Kick her out.
Yeah. So UFC 262 is tonight. And I'm not calling for a boycott or anything, but I'm done paying, like upwards of $60 for UFC fights to get, very vanilla
Disney
commentary because Disney now owns ESPN. Like I watch UFC to watch, grown athletes go in and beat the tar out of each other. I don't need my commentator saying, well, that was a nice shot. Did you see that left hook?
Doozy. That was a major doozy.
I'm just saying they should bring Snoop Dogg in to do all of the commentation because his commentation is dope.
Right? For real.
Chinese.
All right. So
I got one more thing.
Kane, was that in Hot Topics?
I got one last thing. Okay. I read through an article, and according to, again, I have a problem with surveys because surveys only give you a generalization of an opinion based on people dumb enough to take surveys. But They decided to do a study and find out who the 3 kinkiest zodiac signs are.
Ooh, okay, I'm interested in this. Let's hear this.
All right, so Aquarians, January 20th through February 18th.
Yeah. Yeah.
What? For real?
I'm sorry, I was
Aquarians.
waiting because his face was scrunching up, and then as soon as he said Aquarian, he's like, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
You know,
Amazing.
them's those spring break, St. Patty's Day, Memorial Day babies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever.
So January 20th, February 18th, Aquarians are listed as one of the top 3 kinkiest zodiac signs, followed by Cancer,
Oh,
July
yeah.
21st through July 22nd,
Oh,
or
God, yeah.
those kids born when their older siblings went back to school and mom and dad finally got a break. And then you got Virgo, August 23rd through September 22nd, or more, you know, affectionately known as them Christmas, New Year's babies.
Gift babies.
Tell me I'm wrong.
New Year, New
Cold
Year.
outside.
I'll wait. So yeah, again, so all I get from this study, you know, like it's cool, it's a little interesting. If you're Aquarius, Cancer, or Virgo, congratulations, you belong to one of the 12-star signs that will actually stop to take a survey. So kudos to you. And that ends it for Hot Topics.
Yes, I love what he's saying. Okay. Anyways, guys, so what we're gonna be talking about today is BDSM play parties. So, crew, I've got a question for you guys, and I want you to answer it honestly. Okay. Have you personally
Yes.
ever been... I didn't even get the question out. Hush it. Hush it. Okay. Have you personally ever been to a BDSM play party? Public or private? So let's start with Miss Sasha. We want to know, have you ever been to a... Yes, you girl. Yes, on the yellow.
Okay.
Have you ever been, our baby dom in training, have you ever been to a play party? Have you been to a play party?
Okay. So I think I was. I think I went to one.
Okay.
So
Not if you were roofied, if you've been to one.
no, okay, it wasn't a pudding pop situation, sir. It was not one. No, it was not that. No, it was not.
Hey now.
Okay, it was not.
Don't ruin my favorite. My God.
It was not a pudding pop
That
situation.
makes a lot of sense.
And always. Anyways, I went to a friend's event with another friend, and it was just like a hotel that had like a dance floor and a bar area, and sometimes they had events. So we went to the little event that night. It was cracking. They had a DJ, drinks was flowing. It was a good time, and people were allowed to go upstairs too. And then I started to notice that the rooms had different colored lights and stuff in them. I'm in my young 20s. Yes. So I was like, I don't know what this stuff is. And people were all for just like, everyone was just like dancing on me with other people, but like at the club. But then it was like, oh, do you want to see like
that sounds like a club.
Color? Huh?
Okay, so you were at a club and they were feeling on each other in the club?
So no, it's like it was a club. It was a hotel that hosts events, but it was like, I came to find out after I put 2 and 2 together, like years later, that it was a swingers like spot.
Oh, okay.
And like people would come and rent rooms at this hotel, and they would just go with other couples, and then they would have events there that were like, it's like a whole event, like a club. Like no one was dressed crazy. It was the club. And you could go see other people's rooms and the colors and the themes they had. So that's what's
up. So what was up with the fashion? Tell me.
So with that, everyone knew what the scene was, but everyone was just dressed. Like I was just had regular clothes on. It was like, I didn't see nobody with no collars. I didn't see nobody with no shoes. Like it was literally nothing in that situation stood out till I literally realized it watching the reruns of like Real Sex. I'm like, I got took into a whole swingers party and I didn't even know.
And that's really cool. Like a swingers party is cool, but it's like kind of a subset of a BDSM play party.
Okay.
So it is still a play party, but it's a very
it's a subset.
It's a very condensed thing,
Like,
like there
within
probably
the
won't be a whole lot of whipping and all that stuff in there.
There's a lot
they trying to hook up and take you upstairs.
So from what I saw, there's a lot of stuff that goes into that.
Yeah.
So it's like a whole community within the community,
Yes.
right?
Yep,
Okay.
exactly. But I know that you know about the fashion that happens at play parties. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
So I know I've accidentally been to a party. I don't know if anybody else has or not, but it's like if you don't know,
now you know.
Now you know.
If you don't know, now you know. But it's like explaining the fashion would be like going to a ball, going to a party, and then there's a theme that each person or collective has to come dressed as. It's either leather or it's gonna be lacy, it's gonna be sheer, it's gonna be mesh. There's all different types. But just a few of the categories and stuff. But we touched on those in our video though. Because I know I was the Miss Mesh lady.
Yes. You came in the mesh with the whoop out.
Yes. I have to give like
you gave life.
I mean, so that's what we did in our video. So what else did you guys represent? And have you guys ever been to any scenes yourself? Because y'all heard my little fail.
Right. So let's move this on. I want to know, really honestly, from the crew, if you guys have ever been to one of these play scene parties, private or public, otherwise, right? So, Mr. Remy, would you like to tell us if you've ever been to a play party, public or private?
I have been to a couple, actually.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I knew somebody that that actually got paid to be at these parties. So, me and my voyeurism, in a way, just went there to support. Seen a lot more than I really needed to at that moment in time, and he pretty much got paid to smash while on stage while other people watched. And he did 3-4 hours sessions, like for real.
So he was more of the show. He was the entertainment.
Yeah, it was more. Well,
your
there was other spots inside the place, but
friend.
we kind of was formed around this little stage. They had nice little, decked out, and it was just they're back smashing like.
So tell me this is so you've been to a BDSM play party, and obviously it was a public event. Was it what most people think? Dank, dark, scary?
In that little, no, it wasn't dank, dark, scary, but in that little room area, it was kind of like the spotlight was kind of on him,
right?
That particular scene, and people were just standing around, drinking, talking, looking, watching. Some people were just chilled up with their boo, just watching, watching them do their thing. Some people were sitting in the corner kissing, getting hot and heavy and all that. And then you had other people that were just off in their own little section, just chilling, drinking, talking, socializing, getting numbers, just like regular club partying.
It was the vibe.
So it looked inside basically like a regular club, right? Like DJ and the whole nine.
All that. Everything. Yeah.
All that.
Yeah.
I know that. All right, Mr. Kane, same question goes for you. Have you ever been to a play party, also known as a munch? This is why this is our safe word.
Does a brothel count?
Huh?
Does a brothel count?
No.
I've been there too.
Yeah, but that's not a play party, honey.
That was in Mexico, huh?
Yeah, I actually ran a small apartment that was in my name. I was actually janitorial services. I was actually janitorial services there.
Oh, God.
With my ex-wife.
Damn.
Wow.
Wow.
I just didn't know it, but you know, looking back on it, then yeah, I could say that was
You just didn't know
that was
it.
an event.
Wow.
Know it.
Where's this? I
That
can't
probably
believe I
should.
left this condom here.
That was in the decree. So
And you were the you were sanitation. You were
Oh my
sanitation.
gosh.
That's
Yeah.
Orin.
had no idea. I washed the sheets, you know, did all that. No, but for real, I've been to a couple of them. I did a foot fetishes convention. It was called High Heel Night. It just so happened to be almost every night. But there was also a barefoot special. So for foot fetishists all around San Diego, they used to show up. And that was actually a pretty lively event. A lot of lotion, a lot of rub downs, massages, photos, which was kind of allowed at that particular space. I did a little bit of a private. I've been to a lot of private play events, and where the rules are a little bit more like what you can make them. Think like bootleg style, prohibition era kind of style play parties. And I actually got suckered into being a DM at a couple of events, and that was my own fault. I did security. What's up?
What's a DM for people that don't know?
Dungeon monitor, dungeon master, dungeon mediator,
Yep.
whatever you want to call it.
Guard dog.
I was doing security at a San Diego Chargers game while I was in the service stationed in San Diego. And I just, you know, you kind of volunteer for it, and it's as fun as you make it. So I started having a little bit of fun with it. I was scanning tickets. I started playing with some of the people that came through, told them like, hey man, these tickets are for next week. And there was one person in particular that I was playing with. I was just like, hey dude, it was like, it's good seeing you again. He was like, what? I said, yeah, you don't remember me last week at the spot? And it was like, oh man, I meant to grab your number. And so I'm thinking like, all right, either he's playing back or he thinks he remembers me or something. So we ended up exchanging numbers right there on the spot. And somebody was asking me like, you know that dude? And I'm like, not from Adam.
That's
And that guy ended up hitting me up saying, hey, and was like, I know you're providing security over there. And he was like, I think I used you for security last time. Would you mind being a little bit of an unorthodox security guard at an event that I'm hosting?
okay.
And I was like, what kind of unorthodox security guard in an email is like red flag? Like, what are you talking about? What do you mean? So ended up, I was being a DM at a couple of spots. It was a little fun, but DMs are put in these places, public, private, or otherwise, because you can't exactly hire outside security. There's a code of ethics and rules, regulations that official professional security guards have to follow. So you kind of have to find those guys in their off hours, or find people who are knowledgeable and know what they're doing when they do attend these events. So I was luckily haphazardly selected for something like that.
Oh,
That's
But that's my spiel.
Yeah, it's your spiel. Okay, so I guess it's my turn. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Plenty of them. I've been to a ton of public ones. If you guys have been watching this show, you understand that my mom is a retired Dom. So I was introduced to the scene pretty early on in life, not of under consent age. Okay, at 18, yes, I've been to clubs. Let's not get my mama in trouble here. So
the statute of limitations is up on that, I think.
I think you turned out all right.
Yeah, I think that's
very consenting right now.
Like, because it was explained to me the right way. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like it was this dank, dark, scary thing that most people think it is. You're going to a club. And at a lot of public events, I mean, sometimes there isn't any touching or penetration or any of thing like that can happen. It's just up to the laws of that state.
I think I've seen a lot done in the clubs.
That kind of thing. So the more private it is, the more money that is being put into it as a private event, the more leeway people have. But regardless, it's not something that where like you're going to come into this club and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to come in and someone's going to touch me or want to tie me to a St. Andrew's cross or whip me. Nothing like that. Like
they might want to.
Right. They might want to, but they're not going to do anything without coming up and talking to you. And that is exactly why the DMs are there. What Kane was just describing, what he had to do. They're there to enforce the rules and make sure that everything flows correctly. People are getting consent, negotiations are happening, you know, all of those steps are being taken and that no one's getting hurt. But it's not like this dank, dark little club. There's lights and music and liquor, and you know, sometimes there's even food at these events. It depends on, because
And more liquor.
I've been to a Munch that was a luncheon and a tea, okay, and everybody just sat around with big ass hats and tea and conversed about sex. So I mean, that was kind of cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Really elegant spot, and we're just drinking tea, and we're all talking about butt plugs and, you know, vibrators and things like that. So
Cool.
yeah, so it can range. A Munch party can range from any
Well, isn't that how this started?
big ballroom.
That's how this started.
Right. It can range from anything from big ballroom, fancy attire to full fetish gear. People come up in the whole getup with the chains across their chests and things locked up and cat ears. I mean, you're allowed to express however you want. That's what's kind of cool about these BDSM clubs and parties, is you are literally, it's like going to a cosplay event. Just dress the hell up, come showing out. It's a whole thing. So yeah. So with that, we are going to talk about or play a game called Pictionary, but we all know what Pictionary is, right? Yeah, we draw pictures and the other people have to guess what it is, but I'm going to give it a little bit of a twist. So we are playing Pictionary etiquette at play parties. So each one of us have picked a rule or an etiquette or something that you should do or maybe not do at one of these parties. And we're going to attempt to draw it. And then the rest of the crew is going to guess. You guys are allowed to yell over each other, scream. Safe word is off the table right now. No Munch. All right. We interrupting. We going hard. Let's see who wins this shit. All right. Who's up first? Mr. Remy. Write your draw and scrawl and make me a picture.
This is why we read the outline.
Bum,
bum, bum, bum.
So Mr. Remy gonna give it. Remy, do you need a minute? Do you need someone else to go for? Kane, you ready? Kane, you ready?
Yeah, hell yeah. I came prepared.
Kane came prepared.
Hey,
Hey, Miss Sasha, what do we think about people being prepared? Yeah.
I'm prepared too. I just wasn't going first.
clap.
Give it the golden clap.
Let's see. So
right.
carry the one.
Draw. We are all going to attempt to guess, and then he's going to explain the rule, and we're going to discuss it a little bit. Okay. So go ahead, Mr. Kane. Remy, you up next, so be ready. Hey, you're supposed to be holding it up. That's part of it.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh. He's like, oh shit.
Cheater, pumpkin.
Yeah, do I look like Bob Ross? Like, what am I doing here?
Yes.
No. Okay. So
Store. Someone's being
You're
kicked.
kicking somebody out.
Someone's being kicked out. Kicked out of a club for what?
in line.
For touching without asking. For fondling. For. I feel like their fingers are doing this.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Let me see. Oh.
All right.
Nope.
No, back it up. They're right there.
Right there.
All right. So the dude that's
ID
out,
pain cover.
he didn't bring the appropriate stuff. Is he not dressed appropriately?
For drinking.
Oh, for
Drunk.
drunk. Oh, is he inebriated?
Got kicked out because he was drunk.
No. Are we close?
Too much.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
Too inebriated. Too.
Who?
It was too handsy.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It was handsy, but I was like, that doesn't work because I already said that.
It kind of has to do with what he's holding.
A drink.
And
You wasted a drink.
Drugs.
And drugs. He was too messed up.
He was
No drinks. No drugs.
No drugs. No drugs. No bringing your own drugs, no
Hey.
drinking.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
okay, so explain your exact rule so that we all know, and then that way everybody knows what to expect when they go to a party. Okay.
all right, so like I said, most public events, they're going to have rules such as, rules against drinking and drug use, because you kind of have to have your faculties about you in order to provide proper consent, at least enough to satisfy the DM that you are a consenting party in the scene. So if you're under the influence of drugs and you appear it, you're probably going to get kicked out. If they serve alcohol, they usually have a limit to how many drinks you can have.
Yep.
And that is strictly enforced. So getting too messed up, like I said, not having your faculties about you, being too inebriated will get you ejected, thrown out, and possibly manhandled on the way. I mean, you're going to kick yourself in the teeth if you give them too much problems.
Right.
It happens.
Exactly. That's a good rule to know, though, because literally, like, some of these events is like a bring your own booze, but they still have a limit on it. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to be consciously aware to consent. Like, I mean, you're there for something else besides just dancing. So, you know, you gotta have all your wits about you. Just a good rule of thumb in general, even if you just go to vanilla clubs. Good rule of thumb. Don't get so messed up you don't know what the hell's going on around you. You know?
And watch your cups.
Yep, watch your cups.
Always watch your cup.
Men too, because women do it. Men too. All right, Mr. Remy, you ready?
Yep.
All right. Yes, you better not have been drawing this whole time.
Yes.
You cheater. Hold it up a little bit. We can't see.
I won't cheat.
There we go. Yep, right there. All right, that's perfectly clear. It's a Ninja Turtle, and he's boxing numbers.
Code of ethics.
So you're really into this.
He's a big man in a blindfold. That's not illegal. That's not a rule.
No sneaking people
At a
in.
silver party?
What's with the numbers? I feel like we're in a Russell Crowe's Beautiful Mind. What the heck?
Right?
Well,
It's like we're playing the imitation
Kane
game.
said part of it.
What did you say, Kane?
Beautiful mind?
Code of conduct.
Oh,
There it is.
code of conduct.
Yeah.
All right. So that was good, Kane. Okay, so explain.
I don't get it.
What exactly is that?
Code of conduct is basically the actual rules and regulations of how you, I guess, carry yourself at a BDSM party.
So what are some of those code of conducts that would be at some of these parties? Can you give us a little idea of like something that might happen at these parties?
He was like, I gotta draw and answer follow-up
No touching.
questions.
I know, right? Dang, I'm trying to erase
Okay.
my brain.
So, well, no, just because I'm trying to give it to the audience here, it's real simple. It's just what would be some code of content? Something that would be a code of content.
No touching without permission.
Right, exactly. That's what I was gonna say. Like, yep.
Consent.
Yep.
I know, but we still got other people that's gonna go, so we don't want to give away too many
Well, yeah.
rules.
It's still part of your code of conduct. Okay, Miss Sasha. Because we need to know what that looks like. Miss Sasha, what you got? What you got?
Okay.
She got paper.
Ready? Is that too far back there?
I don't know until you start drawing. Do you have a marker?
You gotta start drawing.
You need a Sharpie.
Yeah,
Put a pad behind it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hold on. I got a highlighter. I got you.
Hold up.
Use it.
I
Did you say
swear.
you're grabbing a highlighter?
Use a permanent marker.
There we go. Yes.
There you
Yes. All right. We can
Yeah.
see. There we go. Okay.
Reminds me of a teacher. Okay, there. Okay, now class. Now you got to pull your glasses down a little bit. Over or
Like
down
this?
under your.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, now
Like
listen,
this?
Now listen
Yeah,
to
right
my
there?
plan.
just
Listen
like
to
that.
SafeWord
Yeah.
Right there.
Yep.
No.
Right
Or
there.
right at
there.
the tip of your
I need
nose.
to punch you in
Or
the face.
like right here.
The
Shut up.
camera's too high.
All right. Marijuana bag. It's
You're
green.
locking someone in the
Money
box.
bag. Hey yo, stop it. Okay. Pay attention now. I'm gonna
Don't
call
be a
your
square.
mama
Locking
if you
someone
don't
in the
stop.
box. Don't lock people in boxes.
Don't touch the box.
I'm about to pull a lick in the box if y'all don't stop. Okay.
You gonna lick the
About to
box?
put a lick in the box. In the back.
Okay. 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 Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
We've got a bunch of X's.
It's a St. Andrew's cross.
Okay.
Stay in your area. The freak. Hold on.
Restricted.
Don't get too close to events or scenes.
Don't Don't touch the entertainers. Looks like a
Move
big
it closer to the screen.
Yeah, a little bit closer, a little bit closer. Down.
Don't stand around and spectate.
Hold on, can't see that top part. Scoot it down just a little bit.
3's a crowd.
No V.
3 is not a crowd.
Oh, 6.
Oh, that's a clock.
Oh, it's a clock. Okay.
Oh,
Time for some action.
start wrapping it up when it gets close to closing time.
I'm
Oh.
so high.
Make
The
sure you have
clock.
make sure you have a condom in group settings. Is that a condom?
Make sure that you know everybody's time. I don't know. You're not wasting people's time.
Are we done?
Yes.
No.
No. Yes.
Don't
No.
leave anybody tied up at closing time.
We were still guessing. We still guessing.
No, it's
Move it
plain.
closer.
It's
Move
what?
it close. Not that close. Right,
I like her
look.
nails though. Her nails are fierce.
I know her nails look nice. Pull it up.
There'll be
just a little
pictures on Patreon.
Don't play with me.
All right. Okay. Wait. You keep moving it.
Closing time.
All right. Are those people on the right hand side?
Yeah, those people.
Okay.
So are there 6 people or are there
Clock. People.
3
6.
people.
Okay. 3
Oh, don't take
people.
too long.
Yes.
threesome? Oh,
Don't hold up equipment.
Yes.
don't. Okay.
Playing limits.
Playing.
If you're-
Oh, okay. All right. So explain this to everyone. So they know.
I know it sounds like poker and stuff like
right.
that,
Explain that.
but just
Nobody
like there's hard limits and soft limits, there's playing limits too. And when you're going into a public space, if you are doing something new, or that's something that you're going to be deep in, or you're going to take a sub dive or something, and you're in a scene like that, you got to let like the DM know so they can let other people know what's going on. So they're just not like, bro, we're trying to get on that St. Andrew's cross, and he's just, let's go ask him what's up. So you just want to make sure you're being respectful to everybody else's time.
right.
That was a pretty good drawing though. I was having fun with that.
Right. Right.
Because that box that square could have been a condom. You know what I'm saying? And you got 3 people.
What?
Condoms.
What
was-
kind of what in the
Yeah.
Newport?
What's
Word up.
Newport,
What in the
bro?
Newport?
That
No,
looks like a Rough Rider right there. That's a Rough Rider.
where my dog's not going. They're not
no,
going
just
there. No. What in the Newport? Moves, we're not
Word.
doing.
Don't share your Newports. That's what she was saying.
The Newport Guacam 100s, we're not doing that.
It's a green baggie. We got time for the green bag.
No, we're not dropping off and picking up today.
No,
We're
we're
not.
not. No. Oh God. Okay, I guess it's my turn on that note. All right. Thank you, Miss Sasha and Mr. Remy. All right, y'all ready for this? This is why they're a team.
Juice in the box. In the box.
Oh, y'all can't see that, huh? Hold on.
Oh
No,
no.
we can't. Only you can see that. What is that? A waffle? Waffle House.
Wallet.
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 Oh.
I was gonna say that's some cake. I'm
All right.
hungry.
Public places you gotta pay or donate. And
Bring your cash.
credit
Good
card.
job. I'm taking
Oh,
y'all
hey,
with me
it's-
everywhere.
it's an ID.
Y'all wallet.
ID. Wallet.
The
ID.
ID.
Yep. There
Two
we go.
forms of ID.
Rem got it.
Okay.
So the rule is that when you go to a public or private events, you need to have your ID. Why do you need your ID, crew? Why do you
I'm
think you
such a
need your ID
kid.
to go to a play party?
You
I mean,
have
it's
to
just a
be
play party.
consensual and a grown,
You have to know what you want. Yeah, I mean, you have to
Yeah.
be old enough to make that decision.
and not be
By law.
brought there by somebody who.
I kind of wanna do this
So-
again.
So some play parties are set up at 21. Some in other places are set up at like 18. I've been to ones that are set up at 16, but in other countries. So
Oh, countries. I thought you said Georgia or something.
no, other countries.
Tennessee, Florida.
So,
Okay, countries.
It varies on the age of consent, but if you're going to go to one of these things, do not go without your ID. It's just like getting into a
Mm-mm.
club. You can't get in if you don't
Yeah.
have your ID. And honestly, they check them a whole heck of a lot stricter than they do at other places.
They probably. I know they live scan at the
Yeah.
like. Yeah, if you
Yep.
don't read, you can't go.
Mhm.
No.
Exactly. So there's some of our rules. We touched on some rules that happen at these play parties with the Pictionary stuff. But now we're going to get into another little game that gives us a little bit more insight as to what happens at these play parties. Okay, so we are going to play
You are having way too much fun.
I know. 2 truths and a lie. But we're going to change it up just a little bit for our Munch party theme. And we're going to go 2 rules and a lie. So the SafeWord crew has picked out 2 rules that are the truth and 1 is false. So we've got to figure out which one is the falsified information in these 2 rules and a lie. Yes? So Miss Sasha, you are kicking us off with the 2 rules and a lie. We got to guess as a crew and we have to come to an agreement, guys. Okay. So it's not just a free for all. We all got to come to agreement on which one she's lying on. Okay.
This ought to get good.
Yep. That's why I made an agreement.
This isn't just open to interpretation. Now I have to
Nope.
be convincing.
I don't.
Yep.
Jesus. Please. Okay.
Miss Sasha, you ready? You want me to have
Yes,
Remy go?
I am.
You ready?
I'm
Go ahead.
trying to prepare myself for what's going to
You
come
next,
next.
Rem.
So I had to woosah in Jesus'
No,
name.
no.
Okay. So you ready? Okay. So at events, there's no
Well, that's a lie.
at events there
Actress.
are cleaning crews after the event is done, so they can sanitize and clean all of the equipment and things used.
Oh, you talk about King.
There are no touching limits at all. Like, feel free to just walk up and assist someone with something. You can just go up to anyone and it's a free for all. And there's no restrictions on toys. Like, if you just see something like on the toy stand at an event, you can just go and just like, let me clamp that. So yeah.
Okay, so the 3 things you said was if there's a toy at an event, you can just go grab it and use it.
Yes.
There is a no touching rule, or no, that there is a rule that you can just go up and touch anyone, right? Like
Yes.
that no.
If you
touching
see them
software.
practicing something and you're into that, you can just go insert yourself in that.
And the third one, or the first one was
Well, the first one was there's cleaning crews at the end of the night to clean everything so you don't have to worry about it.
okay. All right, crew. What do we think? Do we think there's a cleaning crew?
No.
I don't think there's a cleaning crew.
Well, you're also not going to go jump and insert yourself into a scene.
Right. Me personally, the one that I think is the lie is the just free for all on touching.
Okay. Yes.
But we've got to
Okay.
agree, Mr.
What do you
Remy
guys think?
and Mr. Kane. So Remy, give me some input.
Some influence.
I'm gonna say the last one that she said, that you can just freely touch other people's stuff. Like, first off, there's
Toys?
Bacteria involved in.
That's the first time I've ever seen you make a face. What?
I know,
Like-
right?
Period.
He's always
Like, Remy's diving deep
like,
into this, and it was just like,
ew.
you don't know if the pH of the person who was using that before matches the pH of the person
Right.
coming
You
up
know what I'm
after.
saying?
So
And no, I mean, they could be
Oh,
completely
really?
sanitized.
Remy's
They could
always
be
smiling, and this
sanitized.
nigga said,
He said, dip it. What did you?
Yeah.
Yuck. El Yuckamundo. That was not
Mm-mm.
it.
No, bring your own toys. That's the first and foremost.
Okay, so you
if
think
you're gonna
that-
play with
so
toys.
you think it's the toy stuff.
Okay.
It's the
Toys and or chains. Do you understand?
He's gonna puke.
Don't
He
get
gonna
him
puke.
started because he's
He
like,
gonna
don't you be doing my community like that.
We gotta agree. All right, so we got like 30
So
seconds.
toys.
Okay, you were sitting there saying that you think it is the what? Which one do you think is the lie?
there's no
The last
so
one.
There is a cleaning crew at the end of the event, but you're also responsible for cleaning and sanitizing your equipment after you're done using it. And just as a general good practice, you want to clean and sanitize equipment before you use it.
Right.
So, I mean, like, there's definitely like, there's 2 or 3 different cleaning crews or cleaning events that are happening.
Okay.
But I will go ahead and say, like, yeah, there's cleaning crews at the end of the night as well.
Okay, but which one do you think is a lie?
Well, you don't go and jump and insert yourself into a scene. Like
Right.
I mean.
Okay, so we've got 2 for the like no touching rule, and you think it's the toys like go.
Well, you're not allowed to touch either. Like these all sound like lies.
Right, I know
like,
they all sound freaking off. Okay, so
They're all lies.
you just put that one truth, girl. One truth.
I made you guys work though. And you guys
Totally
gave really
played
good
that
information.
The game was totally played wrong. That was rigged.
I did. I'm sorry, but you guys gave such good information.
You can't be
We
the
actually
first
did.
contestant and just jack the rules like that.
Yeah, y'all do it. Y'all make
You know
me
what?
go first
You know
all
what?
the time.
Here's the thing. I'm not too mad at it because thank you, Remy. Thank you, Kane, for giving very
Yes.
good insight on it. Because yes, you should not just go up and just grab
No,
toys. That's no. As you can see, Remy's face go.
they got serious though. Like these are
Yeah.
men, and they got serious about that. I did that on purpose though. They got serious about that. So you don't just like, yeah.
I did not consent
There
to
are
this
serious
manipulation.
I did not consent to this game. Gosh darn it.
But you guys know the level of seriousness that is
Right.
taken, even as a man attending these scenes.
Very true.
That gave me some peace of mind to actually want to go to a consenting event and not be thrown into
Yeah.
a swingers party.
Right.
I'm
And
really
so-
glad that you came out and said that they were all lies, though, because I was also thinking, like, if she thinks 2 of these are truths, I'm
I know you
dead
thought I was
ass
slow, but I
curious
ain't
how
that
you're going to
slow.
try and justify any 2 of these.
No, I thank you for your heartfelt like that was love for the community, and I really appreciated that.
All right, Mr. Remy, you ready?
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yes.
You got your 2 truths, 2 rules and a lie.
Hey, John.
Please give us something that's true. So
Give us an amount of truths and lies. And
I'm
a bundle
sorry.
of
don't make
3.
them all lies. That was not.
I'm
the
sorry, don't kill me, but I love you guys.
We love you too.
Okay.
When Sasha's dead ass last next game, you guys know why.
I always lose. Okay, I had to win somewhere. I still owe you guys a video, so I'm sorry.
Right, and Remy and Miss
See, I snitch on myself. See, I had to win one time.
Remy's like, will you shut the
I know, he's like, I don't want to
Oh.
record shit.
He mad I got him, and it was serious, and I wasn't being slow this time. So, like, it's okay. Go ahead, sir.
And
No,
you've
I
only
was
started
actually not
once this
being
live?
slow.
Like, she's coming to bring it.
Remy, you better come hard with it now.
Oh, twice.
All right. There are a few risks involved if you had a bit to drink before sex. This changes with BDSM. Drugs can slow your reaction time and make it difficult to notice if something is happening that could potentially harm you. This is why being sober is important in BDSM. What's another one?
And these are rules at a play party?
Yes, these are rules at a play party.
All right. Okay.
You don't openly have to communicate with others, but you can use a safe word.
Ooh, all right, that's a good one. Okay, crew, we've got to come to an agreement. So we've got you don't have to communicate, right?
Okay, no, Yoda came up with these, and I want to know where
Hey, you're like Confucius came up with this shit.
where you got this from.
Explanation. I'm sorry, Kate's like,
Need a
no, wait,
safe
hold
word,
up.
you do
No,
not. If
stop.
open communication there is.
Shut up. Shut up. I can't stand you.
Yo, Kane gets the mic drop of the night. Kane gets the mic drop of the night.
Jeez. I don't even remember any of them because I'm just like, huh?
What? Right. I
I
know.
don't
I'm
even remember them, and I said them.
So, right? Okay, hold up. My dude, make
All
the
right, so the first one was talking about drinking and being under the influence at a play party.
Okay.
That it's not okay
Okay, that's
to
not
drink.
okay. Not okay to drink. Okay.
See, damn, now I'm making it mad basic.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna easily understand. Y'all gonna discuss mine
Okay,
too.
what's the
Okay, you ain't screwing
All right,
with us, you're screwing with the
second one
audience.
was-
Like Roy's sitting there
second
mad,
one-
confused as hell, just like, what can I do at these things?
All right, the second
Like,
one,
what?
Hover,
the second
Roy.
one
According to
was
Remy, you must
drugs.
hover.
Munch. Let
The
him
second
talk.
one was drugs and slow your reaction time and make it difficult to notice if something is happening and
Okay.
can potentially harm you.
Okay. All right. So drugs, drinking, no drinking. Drugs can make you slow and potentially not be able to understand what's going on. And then the third one is what?
Communication, and you don't have to communicate, but you can use a safe word.
Okay. So so you don't have to communicate your wants and desires, but you can use a safe word instead at these play parties. Okay. So crew, what do we think? Do we think you don't have to communicate? You can just use a safe word. That drugs and doing drugs, inebriate you to a point where you can't consent, and there is no drinking allowed at any of these events. I personally think it's the communication thing.
Okay, Remy is playing two lies and a truth.
Yeah, right.
So the
I know
truth
the
is
lie.
because some events do allow for drinking, and some events actually, like we talked about, have drinking limits. So you can't be inebriated, but I mean, having a drink isn't necessarily the worst thing.
So that would be a lie. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That would be a lie. So
That's what I'm saying. He's playing two lies
lies.
and a truth, because you also have to communicate. There is no just using the safe word. You don't get to be the strong silent type at a play event.
Yeah. What do you think, Sasha?
You can't have any drugs at those events.
Right.
At all.
Right.
So that is the truth. There's no drugs, and it will impair you to a point to inebriation. That's why there are no drugs.
Yeah. All right. So which one was your truth, Remy?
They were all truths.
Oh my gosh. Okay, none of y'all know
Look what I
playing this
started.
game right at all.
No, I'm playing. The first two was
I
true,
can't
and the
ever have
last one
nothing
was a lie.
myself.
Okay, so last
You always
so-
have to communicate.
you always have to communicate.
Always have to
And that's
communicate.
what I was thinking, is that it's the communication.
Whether you have a safe word or not. You
Worded
can't just
that.
walk into a play scene and just like,
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. That the way he worded it made it very, very direct.
Yeah, I had
Okay,
to.
when
That's
you're
the point of the
drinking-
game.
No, but that's good, because I really want people to understand that. Like, when you can have a drink there, you can have.
Yeah, I mean, you may
sometimes
have a drink,
have
but
five, but like,
but
that's
not in the play scene. You don't want to
No,
be, because
right.
first off, there's a lot of things as far as consent is concerned when it comes to drinking and drugs, because you're not within your right mind and you cannot consent whether you would consented or not.
Right.
I'm sorry. All that came to mind was some poor sub in a St. Andrew's cross with some dom with a flogger in one hand and a fifth in the other. Just
I know.
Daddy, no.
Hey,
So
I'm not saying that the same goes for private events and stuff like that, especially if
right.
these are people that you're used to being around and that like the back of your hand.
Yeah.
But still, you want to be safe, rather safe than sorry.
Right. Exactly. So yeah, I mean, in that no touching rule, we kind of touched on it a couple times. It does need to be talked about, because like you
Should
do
always
need to come
touch.
up and ask people before you can touch them.
Can I touch your elbow?
No, I don't give you consent.
Just like you wouldn't go up to a person and just randomly stroke their hair, or go up
No.
to a pregnant woman and say, "Oh
Wait,
my
what?
God, are you
What?
expecting?"
When I had my afro, I had people randomly come up and be like, "Hey,
Well,
that's
you must look friendly. You must look real friendly.
Okay, so I do want to touch on, before I move to Kane, I do want to touch on some
no touching."
that are commenting. So Roy, back when we were talking about the signs, said that he said, "Kane, you're wrong. It's Aries. That's the biggest freak out there. It's Aries."
Okay.
So,
Let me guess, Roy's an Aries.
Roy, come on now, boo boo. Okay, so anyways, Denise Harris said, nephew goes, "What is a play party?" You should not be.
Hi, Auntie.
Not for
No.
18 and under. Not for 18 and under.
Hey, just for insurance liability and legal purposes, let's not full name them
Yes. Yeah.
when they're making the when they're commenting.
Yeah, very, very true. Well, I just wanted to give a credit, but I'm reading from chat, it comes up on the side anyway. So
Warning, this content
It's
is
all
for
good.
mature viewers only. Viewer discretion.
right.
Oh,
Please
Yeah,
believe me,
I'd rather-
she is
share that
she's
whoever
mature.
collecting this is of age.
Auntie, you already know what it is. You done been to a play party, not playing.
There's
I'd
different
rather,
types,
I'd rather she
Hey.
teach him, what a play event is, rather than he go to Disneyland and be like, "Yo, she didn't get consent."
I mean, baby, they could have consent, but you don't know. That's what you don't know what type of party they got going on, honey. So we gonna mind our business.
Yeah.
Right.
We go through Neverland, okay, son. We don't know what them rabbits and ladies is doing, okay? Mind your business, cause he got a furry head on. She got the lace on. We gonna mind our business, son.
Hey, little Timmy, play parties are where the ball pit and the slip and slide aren't the same thing as they are at Peter Piper's.
Yeah. Oh
Or
God.
if you go to Trick Daddy's house, I mean, it's different there too. Real.
Exit stage left on that note. Kane,
He
take
said
it away.
the slip and
turn.
slide is
Still
not the
alive.
same.
Yo, he dropping mics tonight. He dropping freaking
Wow.
mics. Yo, you gonna break the stage, son. You gonna break
Wow. You had a long week, didn't you?
I did. I've got allergies like a mother, so I've been
Oh,
miserable.
man.
We came ready for a party. We're partying tonight,
I've been
man.
miserable for like the
It's
last 6 days. This is like the best I've felt since
Oh.
like last Sunday.
And just so all you guys that are watching know, this is our last live for season 1. Last live. Okay, so y'all better enjoy this.
Season 2 starting soon.
Yup.
I know that's
Gonna
right.
be good.
Okay.
Gonna be
Wait,
good. Be
yeah,
ready.
It's a
Give
party
us the
tonight.
2 rules in a live, please, sir.
Me and Aurora came dressed up like we was both going into the club with each other. I came as Sporty Spice. She came as Scary Spice, but not
Hello.
Nessa.
I
Hello.
came like I'm gonna stand outside the club waiting for y'all to come out.
You do.
Can't get in because I got
Yo, what
sneakers
up?
on.
Hey, come here. Come on,
Like,
hold
y'all
up.
both
Hold
out
up.
there. Kay's like,
Hold up. Where you going? Oh, what? You can't talk to me now?
Yo,
no, Kane,
yo,
no,
yo,
Kane is the
Rem.
baby Drake. Kane is the baby Drake. He just,
Yeah, for real. He just stand in the corner. Girls flack.
I'm gonna just let my hair down on these
Hey, Rem.
bitches. They don't even
Rem.
know.
Baby.
Rem, give me that East Coast. Yerp.
Yeah. Yeah. Shut up.
He's like, I don't even gotta talk. I just let my hair down.
Because you couldn't get in.
What's up, mom?
No Tim's, no sneakers. You ain't getting in.
Sit down.
Hey, let's try this out. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Let's get a thumbnail.
He just said, let's pose. Okay, anyways, Mr. Kane.
Kane.
Two rules and a lie. Please play this right. Give us 2 rules and 1 lie.
I did it too. I gave 2 rules and
2
2
rules
rights and
and
All right.
2 rights
one
and
lie.
1 wrong. 2
All right,
rights and 1
teachers.
wrong.
2 rules and a lie.
Oh, okay.
We already kind of talked about this, but I'm not modifying.
Okay.
So here's a freebie. Communication is vital at play events and munches.
Okay.
Okay.
You must verify beforehand if what type of nudity is allowed prior to arriving at the event and plan accordingly.
Okay.
And these play events and munches are generally good places to meet new doms and subs.
Ooh.
Mm.
Oh God. Oh wait, hold up.
Okay.
Mm.
Like I had it till he threw that last one in there.
I'm ready.
Mm.
All right, so the first one is communication. The second one is about, wait, what was the second one about?
Nudity. You have to ask
Nudity.
prior
You have
to
to check prior to
party.
the nudity level, right? And then the third one was, wait,
Generally good
Yeah.
like hookup spots, meetup spots,
It's
places
a
to meet
good
new
place
people.
to meet
Dumb,
other
dumb.
stuff. Okay.
All right. Okay.
All
You
right,
going?
Drew, let's break this down. Go ahead.
All right. Let me say it. I got you. I got you.
I got you.
I doubt it.
You.
What was the first one again?
What's in the box?
No, I'm playing. I'm playing. I'm playing. All right.
Here.
So for the second one, I think the second one is the lie because
Second one. You
What
don't
was-
even know.
Which
you
one?
got it. The second one was about the nudity.
Right.
Okay.
the nudity. Okay.
All right. So you got to kind of read the room, like you're not going to do too much. You're not going to walk there naked. So,
Right.
you know what I mean?
I beg to differ,
And-
sir.
I mean, you could rock a trench coat, but nudity in public is a
Illegal.
violation.
It's illegal.
Like, you know what I mean?
Like a beach.
As
or
long as you don't show
colony.
up and do like a Will Ferrell when he was drunk, he's like, "Let's go straight." You can't go and just set it off.
I've
in
got
the
a
party.
story for y'all after this then.
Oh,
Okay,
boy.
all right. We got a story. A story.
Oh,
time
boy.
came.
Yeah, you
All
can't
right.
just go, "Let's go."
So,
and
I'm
get
just gonna say
naked.
the second one. I wouldn't necessarily call in advance about nudity. I call like what's the attire, requirements as far as maybe it's a fetish, maybe you're dressing up, maybe you're prim and proper, maybe you're lacy, maybe you're you know what I mean. So I would say that could be a truth too. That's a difficult one.
I say it's
And just
true.
so you know, and I'll put full disclaimer out there, I played the game right. There are 2 truths and a lie.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
then the dom. All right, so a good place to meet a dom and sub. It can be a good place to meet a dom and sub to be social.
Right, but it's not somewhere to
But
pick someone up.
it's not a good place to meet a dom and a sub for your own personal reasons.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's no trust involved.
Yep.
When meeting them there, you don't know them. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, that's
What if they're
that
in
could be the
before
lie.
they even come there? Does that even?
So
does that
it depends that for that one, it depends on the reasoning behind the meat.
okay. And
Okay.
see, like I was vibing that way too, because yeah, it's not necessarily the greatest place to meet a dom or a sub for your own personal gain, because a lot of times doms and subs come together. And there needs to
Oh.
be permissions that are asked when you
Literally.
go up to a sub. Like, like you have to go and address the dom. You can't just go up to a random sub at a BDSM
Yeah, I
party
figured
and
that.
go, hey, I see you've got your collar on. I see he's collared for a reason. She's collared for a reason.
Yeah.
Like you can't just come up and talk to that sub. You have to go address their dom. And it's never an issue. It's never a thing where you can go up to the dom and be like, oh, I like your sub. She kind of cute. Can I borrow her for a minute? No, it doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a good place to meet them for that. But if you're looking to meet them in a social circle and have people in your community, it's a great place for that. So that's where I feel like maybe the wordage and the verbiage was thrown off. And that's the one that I feel is the lie.
Which one?
The one about going there to meet a dom or a sub.
Yeah, there's speed
Wait.
dating.
We're going to let Sasha put her input on this. Hold on. I know you're excited.
No, I was listening to you because I thought otherwise. So
Okay.
I was like, literally like, oh, really? I didn't know that, because my little vanilla butt was like, I thought you would be like,
Right.
no,
Yeah, I know.
okay. Well, that was insightful for me.
Wait, what was the first one again?
The first
Communication
one
is a vital tool.
Communication is a vital.
vital.
We already
know
know that.
this. We
Yeah.
know this.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
I think that's why. I think that's why I forgot it.
And
You can't be a
so-
kinkster without communication.
Right. So with the attire, I would say maybe that would be something to ask about, because if it's a discreet party or a themed party of some sort, then you may want to make sure you're not showing up out of uniform or out of an appropriate, hey, this is
Right. See, those two threw me off because I was leaning towards
Yep.
the fucking nudity thing.
I know, but he
Like,
didn't say
that's like
attire.
me.
He said
Right.
nudity.
Nudity.
Specifically.
nerdity. Yeah, the nerdity.
Nudity. But
Nerdity.
yeah, no, because for me personally, I check that because there is always a level of nudity that is allowed or not allowed at parties. But that's something I personally do. I don't know that it's not like a rule. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, okay, how am I dressing and how much can I show? You know?
I think that's the theater in me too. It's like, what are we doing? What's the theme?
Right.
But most
What's
people
on
in this
brand? What are we doing?
but most people in this community are very like communicative, and they do like research and things of that nature. So they kind of put their best foot forward
Yes.
when it comes to things of that like that.
Yeah.
So that makes it difficult to answer.
Okay. So
I'm gonna go with the
we're
last
kinda-
one. I'm going with number 3 being a lie. That's it.
Locking it in.
Lock it in. C.
We
All
supposed
right.
to come to an agreement, but that's cool. All right, okay, just go ahead and tell us what it is.
All right,
See the
Just
nose
rock.
flaring?
So
The nose
communication
flaring?
is
C.
absolutely vital. Okay,
Which
so
one?
we are
Yeah.
communication is absolutely vital. We already talked about that.
Skip it.
And
Go ahead.
yes, so you do want to verify like what like the dress code or the attire is for the
Correct.
event.
Right.
I have a story about that.
Okay.
The lie is
He said
that,
no.
that play events are not where you go to meet new DOMs or new subs.
Boom.
So those events are set up specifically, munches are set up specifically for partners who show up together.
Yep.
If you show up solo as a spectator, okay, cool, but you have to stay in a spectator role.
Yep.
Anything that happens, like you trying to pick up a dom or a sub or try to like hype a sub from another dom, we used to call that bad blood, because all you're doing is creating issues, making problems. As a sub, if you go with another dom after a party, then no other dom is going to want to mess with you after that dom is done with you.
Oh, and it's problems with your dom. Don't wander off with another dang dom, and the dom didn't address your dom. No, it's problems.
So
we fight.
Beautiful.
the story about the dress code, right?
Yes.
I was monitoring an event one night, and this one couple showed up, and the dress code was like mild, like kind of revealing, but not full nude.
Oh,
Right. So this chick shows up, and she's got like a very nice like overcoat kind of jacket, but except it's cinched around the waist, so it almost looked like a dress.
Right.
She walks in, and there's coat check at the front. And so as they're checking their coats, men and women are on opposite sides. They walk in, and this guy's just talking, saying, okay, well, we're here, we're doing this, we're doing that. And I'm standing by the door. He takes his coat, and he's got, like a very nice dress shirt with a little bolo tie, slacks, whatever. She takes off this kind of overdress kind of thing that she's wearing. And she is in nipple clamps.
Oh,
collar.
Like, yeah, collar, spankies, high heels. And she was attaching the chain from that was around a garter belt down to her heels. And this dom turned around and lost it. Like, just having it almost looked movie-ish, like directed by Johnny Knoxville. This guy's just, okay, we're doing this, we're doing that. What the? And inside the event was nowhere near that. And so she had to put her trench coat back on, or whatever this thing was. She puts that back on, and she just stuck out like a sore thumb in the middle of the entire room. It was more of a social event than an actual play event.
Dang. So she spent all that time getting herself together. Ruined her day.
Yeah.
Her evening.
And just speaking on the fashion a little bit, I just wanted to kind of talk about that just for a second, since we are talking about fashion. It doesn't have to be a full getup. Like, if you're new to a BDSM play party and there's a public event, it doesn't have to be a full getup. Usually there's a dress code, just like when you go to a club. So you dress up in your suit and tie, or, your nice slacks and your shoes, or your freaking nice outfits. And then if there's a theme, or if there's, you want to express yourself a little bit, it's as simple as, like Kane in the video, throwing on a crow mask and having feathers, sticking out of certain places. It's as simple as Miss Sasha with her mesh pants, hello, with everything hanging out, but not really. You see what I'm saying? It's the same as me being corseted. You're going to see a lot of people corseted. It's a thing, and people in leather. But it doesn't have to be all the way done out. I mean, until you're comfortable, you can literally just accessorize with, like, a steampunk top hat or some glasses, the goggles, something
or
like that.
The cute little choker.
Right, just the choker. You're in an all black dress.
Also have these cute little lock necklaces and stuff. Question: has anyone ever been to like a zone ball or anything? Because I know in the East Coast they have a zone ball, in my neck of the woods they called it like the exotic ball. And I just remembered I went to one of those, and it's a Halloween event, but you could do whatever you want. Think of a play party within reason that's what you get to do. You get to let loose in that inner side of yourself that you wait to be that skanky nurse on Halloween. You can actually like do that in a scene, and it has like guidelines, and you can actually be like, oh, I can feel happy to go pick out my outfit.
Well, and it's a very bright, cheery event. I mean, think gay pride parade, you know, like people go all out, they do whatever. It's, you know, a freedom of expression. It's artistic. It's the same thing when you go to a BDSM play party. There's nothing different. So we're going to
Shout
We'll
out
be
to
going
the
over
hot
orgy
spot.
etiquette
They
in a
do
different
the same
video.
thing.
Yeah.
The
Yep.
sweet spot.
The sweet
Remember?
spot, not the hot spot.
Yeah, the hot spot.
Yep.
The same
Oh,
difference.
and then okay.
Yeah, I would say an event like that would be something kind of like
Right.
that, right?
And they put on like a show. So the Sweet Spot is a traveling show that does erotica, you know, the boudoir, you know, that whole
Mhm.
thing. And
Like
so-
body paint, erotic
right.
poetry.
But it's a show, but you can show up
Mhm.
dressed up. So I mean, it's kind of the same kind of event. So I'm gonna move on to my 2 rules and a lie so that we can move this show along. Y'all ready? Okay. Do not record or pull out your phone at an event. Do not move equipment without permission. Do not create a scene by calling attention to yourself.
I could see why you wouldn't want phones out.
Mhm.
That is definitely not allowed.
Yeah, that is almost everywhere I've been, except for, like I said, the high heel night. That
Unless
wasn't
it's a private event or something like that, and they just don't give a. Nah, you definitely don't. No phones. No phones. No
Okay,
pictures.
what's Miss Sasha
no
think? Y'all
evidence.
gotta agree together. What's Miss Sasha think? I see her playing devil's advocate. Let's do this, mama.
Yeah. No. So I think you can make a scene, and I think you can cause attention to yourself. There.
Yes.
Maybe I
Some
feel
people.
like that's the
Some
truth and not
people like that
negative.
attention. That is a fetish.
So I think that may be the lie.
That's the lie.
I think
I would say, like, if you're getting followed around by like a creep or something, or someone who's like bothering you too much, then if you can't find a DM and you kind of feel cornered, then yeah, it would be absolutely say something so that way somebody can intervene.
Yay, safe word crew. Y'all got that right. That is the lie. So because calling attention to yourself, if you're being harassed, it alerts people that you're in need of help. But outside of that, like it's like that's not the way to enter a scene or create a scene or create a moment. It's just not. Don't call attention to yourself like that. Like
no.
I mean,
Pictures
sometimes you can't help it if you're in the middle or something.
well, yeah,
and you
okay,
call
that's
attention to
different,
yourself.
and that also depends on the level of rules and what's allowed at that play party. Okay,
Mhm.
because sometimes those physical things aren't allowed. But
yeah, yeah.
like don't
You're
do
right.
that if it's one of them parties where you're just supposed to be meeting and greeting. Okay.
Yeah.
But you don't want to cause attention to yourself because DMs are walking around, they're monitoring the situation. So if you're causing attention to yourself, you're immediately that DM is going to come to you and be like, what's going on? What's happening? Was this non-consensual? Is this person touching you? But you know, it's going to cause a whole other sort of scene that you don't want. Okay. Like if you're going there for a first time, my personal suggestion is to watch until you feel comfortable enough to understand what's going on and then actually participate.
I suggest that, and even if you are comfortable with the scene.
Right. But somebody will walk you through it. Like that's the thing. Like if you go, hey, I'd like to try that. Okay, well, great. Somebody will help you there and go, okay, look, this is what we need to go through. This is the next steps. Now we're going to ask you what you like, what you don't like, where are your hard limits, where are your soft limits, but you know, and they're going to take you through the whole thing.
The whole
If
consent.
you don't feel comfortable with that at all, then just go and watch. It's completely fine to go and watch. You're not weird. You're not a creep. You're not, you know, something off kilter.
Until you start acting like a creep or a weirdo.
In the corner, right? Don't do that. Don't go
make it weird.
corner and watch people. Watch with consideration and admiration for those people that are putting on this show for you, or vice versa. They're just over in a corner and you're kind of glancing. Don't make it obvious. You know what I'm saying? Like, just be normal like you would in a normal
unless they
club.
staring at you and want you to.
right. Unless they're calling you in. But I mean, like I say, Kinksters are very communicative. So we'll tell you. I don't like that. No, back up. Nope, don't touch my sub. Don't touch my dog. We will just tell you. Okay. So all it takes is, and it may be out of the norm for most people in today's society, where you have to ask, hey, can I be a part of this? Hey, can I touch you? Hey, and it's a little weird, because people aren't used to that. And they say it takes the spontaneity out of it. But when you're in an event like this, it's about communicating. And honestly, that causes more of a rise than it does a downfall. You ask,
and it's less assumption.
Yeah.
Like I know in vanilla relationships, you make sure you're ready so you don't ever got to get ready. But if you are doing something else, then it's like Wednesday at 10.
Right.
Wednesday at 10.
Exactly. So that is our show for tonight. But Miss Sasha got something to tell y'all. Y'all better, because this is our last show. Hey, can we get a big up from the SafeWord crew? This is our last live of season 1. We have gone through
We're done, Roy.
Episodes,
We
over
wrapped
20
it.
lives, and we've been here for you guys consistently for 8 months every week, and just here. So, crew, woohoo! Season 1 is over. This is it. So, Miss Sasha, you want to tell us what they can expect to?
Well, we hope you guys have enjoyed the roller coaster, the peaks and the highs, the valleys and the lows, all the info. And I hope you guys have felt the energy, and we've gotten stronger as a group. We've given you guys a lot of fun times, but we want to give you guys more because you love seeing us. But wouldn't you like to see us like together? Like, wouldn't you like to see us do cool stuff, like interview people and see what they like? Like, wouldn't you like to see like us try some stuff? Like she's never been in some positions, and I know we can get him in some positions.
That one too.
Who him?
So you guys need to stay
in some positions.
Doing some things. What if we painted you guys pictures that you guys could buy, but you don't know what we painted them with?
Ooh,
but you're gonna have to watch though. We're going into hot girl summer, so you're gonna get hot girl pull-ups. Be on the lookout for those, but you never know. We may have friends. We may be bringing friends. Okay.
And the boys are breaking off and doing a red and blue. They gonna be giving you something. Y'all better be staying tuned.
I'm gonna be on my P Diddy. Maybe your friends could be my friends, and we could be friends.
Girls that are watching right now, you ever want to know what happens in the mind of a man and what they think about and how to get up in that? Red versus Blue coming to Patreon soon, season 2. Okay.
Well, now I don't want to.
Right. It's like you're telling me to do it.
Sasha, what else is going to be happening though?
We need a safe word there.
So we're just going to try some things. We are really going to show you guys what it's like as the SafeWord crew, and we're going to bring you more amazing content. We're going to be together, and we're going to show you a part of our travel series because we're doing teams. So keep your eyes peeled because you never know. Because it's going to be like a game this next season. It's really going to be a game, and you're going to have to be paying attention. You're going to have to be paying attention. So watch last season. Come into the second season strong, okay?
Yes.
Okay? You have one job. Watch the first season because the second one's coming, okay, guys?
So
I can't handle a light reflection in your glasses. Like, for real, it's taking a lot away from this.
Point. You can't take me serious, guys.
So let me just add to this real quick.
She looked like she about to shoot a music video.
Let me just add to this real quick, since we've got 5 viewers in here. Y'all are rolling with us. Okay, I'm gonna give you information
skills
with us to the end. All right. So here's the deal. There will be no more video drops. There will be no more lives, at least till the end of May. But y'all need to keep your eyes peeled. Be paying attention to our social media. Be paying attention to our YouTube, because I might pop something up in there. All right. But we're talking at the end of May.
That goes for you, Roy.
Be really paying attention, because we're all going to be together. And you might just get a surprise live with all 4 of us in the same damn room. Y'all want to see what a BDSM party and event looks like? We're bringing you a travel series. Okay. You might just see that, but you're definitely going to see SafeWord Party in season 2. So make sure you're joining us, because we got things in the works. Okay. End of May. Keep your eyes peeled. Okay. Would you like to take us out for season 1? We are done.
We did it, Roy. We did it.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Like they said, this is our last live for season 1. Stay tuned for new content, things that we got in the works. You know, stay tuned for Hot Girl pop-ups, Red versus Blue, all kinds of stuff coming soon. We got some trips, events planned. You guys aren't going to want to miss it. We're your SafeWord family, so thank you so much for rolling with us. Thank you so much for repping us, and thank you again. Always remember your SafeWord, and thank you for always being there no matter what. So
Yes.
especially you, Roy, you're the man.
We couldn't do this without you. Yes, for real. Thank you all for
Ride or
watching.
die.
Tell your friends, tell your family, they're all
Facts.
Kinksters.
Yep.
Tell your
Yep.
friends.
Say Ren,
Tell
say
your
bye,
wives,
Ren.
don't
Say
hide
bye,
them.
Ren.
From all of us to you, we appreciate you. We're thankful for you. We're grateful. You guys have no idea. My allergies are raging. I can't wait to get up off of this. We will catch you guys later. Stay tuned, stay loved, and as always, remember your SafeWord. Good night, everybody.